Man, that just gets you going, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Seeing all those big fishies and that driving beat.
Going so much that I'm here.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Happy Monday, guys. It's your periodical show.
It
On the
is.
clock with KBN. 30 minutes of news and updates. Musings.
This and that.
This
talk,
and that.
Whatever. Whatever.
Before we go any further, I would like to make an announcement. Going forward, this show is presented by the Idle Zone Syndicate podcast, and Lake Logic, Grand Lake, John Stewart, Valerie Stewart. When I say that, what I mean is this little studio format. This is StreamYard, and the Idle Zone Syndicate pays for that. We pay roughly $50 a month, so that's where that's coming from. And going forward, this show will continue to be live on the KBN website or the KBN Facebook page. Beginning in January, we're going to do the Idle Zone Syndicate strictly from YouTube. So get on YouTube, search Idle Zone Syndicate, click it, follow it. That's it. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe, but it may help us down the road to maybe pay for doing it.
Yeah.
And anything positive of that, we could do something positive for maybe the Stong, maybe do a donation, something like that. So I just wanted to remind everyone, and we're doing it on Thursdays through the winter. Pardon me. Moving from Tuesday to Thursday, there's a lot of youth activities that we're avoiding. There's the two old timers, John Stewart and myself, that do the show, but we have two younger guys, Kyle Keister and Kyle Crank, our producer. So we're just trying to move off of their predetermined schedules. So Jack and Matt already commenting. Brad, neither of them have offered to take you fishing, though.
Well, as I think I told you earlier, I was blessed this week with 3 days off. 3 out of the 7. And then I was damned by having to work those 3 days. So 7 out of 7 last week.
Jeez.
Well, that's a different life. We're KBNing right now.
And KBNing, we shall continue on.
So, what's our topics for tonight?
Let's see. What's everybody getting me for Christmas? I think would be a good one.
Okay. We're done with that.
This coming Saturday, the 13th of December, we have the fall meeting. Now, This has been kind of a different year for us. We, some things have been scheduled at a little later in the year or this and that. Typically the fall meeting, third week of November-ish, the weekend before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
In there somewhere. And then we tie the banquet into that. But for this coming year, we're not doing that. We're not having the banquet this next Saturday. We're waiting until the spring meeting. And that is March 7th.
First Saturday
in March. And it is in Lenexa, correct?
Yes, sir.
It's actually right down the street from the last Kansas City meeting we had in, what was that, 2019, I think,
Maybe, yeah.
in there somewhere, just right down the street. And, as we get closer, we'll obviously talk and post about that location and how to get there, all that sort of thing. But this coming Saturday, the annual fall meeting, what's some of the agenda this Saturday, Brad?
Well, you know, the business meetings are always such that there's a level of excitement in those business meetings that guys just, when they miss it, they go, oh, dang, I missed the business meeting. I think this year's going to be a little different. I think this year we're going to do the routine election of officers. We're going to have the routine treasurer report, and we're going to go over the last meeting's minutes. Those things that we always do. But there are some things coming down the pike, we're not going to divulge anything to any great detail tonight, but I will say that Mike set up a link through Microsoft Teams. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, Microsoft Teams. I'm going to tell everybody who out there that's listening, we would like for you to be at Russell Marine Products in El Dorado at 10:30 on Saturday. We'd like for you to be there in person. If you show up in person, we're going to take a head count and we're going to buy you lunch. Okay? But if you can't be there in person, I forwarded that link to every single club president and treasurer that I had on the roster. So, guys, your club president or your club secretary, not treasurer, secretary, have got the links. And I think it's also on our Facebook page.
Posted it this morning.
Right. So there's going to be some stuff. One of the things is going to be a presentation by Danny Barrett himself. Oh,
I don't know who that is, but he sounds kind of weird.
Important. And guys, I'm just going to tell you that Danny was at this year's Bass Nation President's meeting. And I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to say one other thing. Deja vu. Deja vu.
What if it's Vuja Day?
I don't speak Latin.
Deja vu is the feeling that this has happened before. Vuja Day is the feeling that this has never happened before.
Well, deja vu, I think we should have the feeling that this has happened before.
It's not 100% the old system, but it's pretty awesome.
Hey, don't be divulging.
I'm not going to say a word.
Make the people show up. Make them log in. It's going to be something. It's going to be something. And I think by far and away, the majority of the membership are going to be relatively happy.
I honestly am too. There's several things that the format change, the Bass format change, is going to allow us to do, and it's It's going to be reunion time is what it's going to be.
And you remember the last time you said you had to shut me down because I was saying too much?
Well, before we move on past the format thing that we keep teasing and stepping on and tripping over, because it's the elephant in the room. We're going to present material on Saturday that many of you have expressed your displeasure over for the last 2-3 seasons. There are a lot of changes forthcoming that are going to remedy some of those feelings. I'm not going to say all.
If any of you out there are listening right now, put your fingers in your ears and go, nah, 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 because you're not supposed to be hearing this.
Wow. Okay. Now, one thing, Brad, that I think we can go ahead and say tonight, in light of, and this is one of the things I'll be bringing up for discussion, in light of recent events, and by recent events, I mean last spring MLF tournament. There's no mandated boater safety at the state level, but I think it's something that we'll have a discussion about.
Yeah,
and I'm not saying we're going to do it. I'm saying we should discuss it as a group, all of us together, not a mandate. We should discuss it all together. A lot of states are going to, they're going ahead and rolling that down into their state level events, requiring the boater safety. That just makes sense, honestly, to me.
And it's a free online course.
Yeah.
That's going to take you
when it was too cold to go outside this winter.
Yeah, it's going to take you a Saturday or a Sunday or, an evening or something like that, 3 or 4 hours to actually take the class. And again, it's online, and I'm sure we're gonna discuss it, and we'll see, but yeah, absolutely. So another thing that's going to be brought forth at the meeting is we will have, we hope, every single tournament date for 2026.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we are still getting clarification on one date. We're still getting clarification on one date. But Drew Barnaby, who ran our team series last year through the Kansas Buddy Bass system, plans on being at the meeting and will be presenting the team series. We have the Frank Stong, I think the date pretty well nailed down for it. There is a potential for a Western benefit tournament. That's kind of cooking. We'll see what the product ends up as, but it's the subject has been broached, and the state championship again is already being discussed. We just finished up our 2025, and we're already discussing the one for 2026. So the tournament dates for all you guys who for years and years and years have said, we wish you would have the tournament dates at the fall. That is actually now mentioned in the bylaws, and We're, as officers, we're doing our best to hammer down the dates. And to the best of my knowledge, we have all the dates pending being able to get ramp
Mhm.
permits. We have all the dates but one, and we're just waiting for a response on that. And that we may have that by Saturday yet. We hope to. Um, Another thing that kind of goes with that um, is I'm going to throw another little teaser out there. Um, you've been in the KBN for a long time. I've been in the KBN for a long time. We have a couple of sponsors committed in writing for 2026. Correct?
Yes, sir. You are correct.
Um, those, at least one of those, I think is probably the biggest.
I would agree.
Added value that I've seen to the KBN since I joined in 2003. And the other one is probably, if not second, third, or maybe fourth.
Hmm. Pretty awesome.
I mean, this is some stuff, and we're not done. We're not done. We don't know what else we can get out there available, and this is kind of a segue into my next little bit. But we have two, I'm going to say new to us, sponsors that are as big as I can remember.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Along those lines, before you take your segue, we will have an alliance package once again.
Yes.
And we won't have that until after the first of the year, putting the final touches on that. But yeah, that's Mercury, Lowrance, Bass Pro, White River package.
Yep.
And that will be for the second year in a row. I mean, we went 2 seasons without an alliance sponsorship package for
Yep.
the state, and this will be the second one back.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. So, and the alliance packages are typically deep discounts. Deep discounts that are available. Depends on how they finalize the verbiage in the contract,
Right.
but deep discounts. And along those lines, I was thinking of something the other day, and I started noticing a lot of year-end sales popping up. Hey, log on to here and get 40% off. Log on to here and get 50% off. Whatever. I'm just going to put a suggestion out there to all the clubs. Here, as we're entering the year-end sales and the Christmas time sales, I am just going to put a little bit of a plug out there and say, hey, if you think you might want to donate to our scholarship tournament, door prizes, this would be a perfect time for you to buy items to donate at a big discount. Now,
True enough. Great idea.
there's probably going to be a Memorial Day sale yet, but year-end sales can oftentimes be pretty big. And so I would just say, if your club is thinking about donating, then go ahead and make those purchases now. Get a hold of one of us. We'll bump into you somewhere. Store it in the garage. Do whatever we need to do. You can store it in your garage and bring it whenever you come to our meeting. There, we can also use those items as raffle prizes at the awards banquet. So that was just something that hit me the other day, that as we're trying to put things together, and as guys, I know every year, guys, clubs come together and they buy some things and they donate them. Well, if you can leverage your money, I don't care if it's 50% off. Does that mean you buy twice as much and spend the original amount? Or does that mean that you spend half as much for the same amount of product? I don't care how you play the game. We're thankful whenever you do it, period.
Oh, absolutely. That's really a great idea.
So that was something that kind of hit my, and I mentioned again, and Danny mentioned the awards banquet March 7th. We're not going to divulge a whole lot just yet because it's still in the planning stages, but just like the Bass news, where maybe there's some deja vu and some old thought processes. I don't remember the last time at the banquet that we had a guest speaker.
That's the truth. I have been around. I joined in November of 1992.
Jesus, Pete.
And I have attended, there's a few that I missed in there, but I have attended most of them since 1992. Excuse me, 93. We joined after the banquet in 92. So would have been starting in 93. Attended most of them. And most of them we had a guest speaker. I mean, over the years, we've had some pretty awesome guest speakers. I mean, Mike Iaconelli, Ray Scott.
Yep.
And we kind of got away from that. And the banquet it's such a fickle beast. It really is. I mean, it's like it depends on where it's at and how the weather is, and if there's a speaker or not, if there's a bunch of raffle prizes. Well, we're trying to do a little bit all of that.
Yep. We actually have a committee put together that's been working on this, wanting to make that experience better. So just as a reminder, put that date on your calendar, March 7th. It's going to be in Lenexa, Kansas. For all of us that live on the eastern part of the state, it's going to be really nice. I think our committee would like to see us move further west for the one after that, but we shall see. I can tell you that we already have the venue. We already have a verbal commitment with caterer. And So now what we need to do is we need to finalize a guest speaker, and we need to come up with some raffle prizes. And we need to get a whole bunch of you guys to show up. Guys, gals, uh, you know, it's going to be a fun night. Usually is. Yeah, well, Brandon, there's
You're correct.
no reason to go to BFL because you could be at our awards banquet instead. I mean, come on. Jeez, oh Pete. Wow. BFL versus the awards banquet where a bunch of guys are sitting around looking at each other and putting dollar raffle tickets in buckets.
Drinking beer.
Brandon. Come on.
Understand. Totally understand. We
Yeah.
could, we could hold it on any day you pick on a calendar, and there's going to be something else that conflicts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. And that's guys, that's what we've come up with trying to look at all the tournament dates every single weekend on every single lake. There's tournament or tournaments. There's just no getting around it. The last thing I want to say, kind of on this same deal of donations, we have an idea going forward. We'll see how it works. We'll see if it comes to fruition. But we have an idea about kind of how to put together a sponsor concept, and it's in the early stages of formation. But if any of you have somebody that you think might want to be a sponsor,
or a donator.
The other day, my wife came home from a craft fair and she brought home soup mixes and dip mixes. We've had 2 or 3 of those and they're pretty darn good. And so I just was sitting there thinking, okay, why wouldn't we have a soup mix sponsor or a beef jerky sponsor? If you guys, well, because there's a lot of, I'm going to say, mom and pop companies out there that may be willing to throw a little bit of something our way.
Ooh, the pork rind guy at the Albers show.
That's just like 16 miles down the road from my house.
So you'll contact him then. Thank you.
I'll
Okay. Anyway, moving on.
There before long. I'll be there before long. So, Kister is loaded.
Yeah, he could be. Oh, you mean money?
Well, yeah, money or drunk. I mean,
it's possible.
I won't try to say.
Maybe not on Monday.
Maybe not. So
where were you going, Brad? Before I shiny object you loaded with IOUs.
No, I wasn't. The last place was potential sponsors. Again, if we can get something that then we can pass on to our membership, that's what we're after. And if by passing on these items, these whatever, to our membership, if that helps out the person who does the donation or does the sponsorship, if that gets them a little bit of notoriety, that's kind of what the game is about. It's not about what Brad wants or what Danny wants, or Mike or Jeff or Tate or anything else like that. It's what we can get for the people that are participating in our organization. And so we shall see what happens, because we've done our 30 minutes.
What's this we stuff?
Well, you spoke once or twice.
I did.
If
Yeah.
I had to remember, I had to shut you down.
Circling back, guys, on Saturday, we'll be at RMP in El Dorado. It's on Haverhill Road in El Dorado. I don't remember the exact address. 807, I think, something to that degree.
Russell Marine Products.
Russell Marine Products, El Dorado, Kansas. Will be there at 10:30 on Saturday. We'll have the meeting and feed you a little something and check out the stuff there at RMP and the 4 lines of bass boats they now carry. Positive things.
Information.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Wow. Exactly. Mind blown.
Yeah, that did kind of happen in the 70s.
Matt, hotel information. I mean, we'll get to all that. It's not until March.
Yeah, there's several hotels within just like a half a mile of where we're going to be. We'll probably try and team up with one of them, see if we could get guaranteed rooms at a discount type of thing. But that's what we're doing.
Just for instance, if you want to look around, the Radisson on 95th, I think that's on 95th and 35, right there at that intersection. That's like a half mile from the venue.
Yeah.
So if you want to look around.
Yep. That's roughly where we'll be, 95th and I-35. And I think almost all of the motels are actually on the east side of 35.
Yeah. Right on that corner.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll get that information out, hopefully get some discounts available. And we're done.
And go from there.
God,
Guys,
I'm glad.
thanks for watching.
I'm just glad that I was able to stop you from
giving everything away.
Here's the first page. Here's the second page. Here's the third page, because I know that's where you were going.
Yeah. Yeah, you know me. Guys, thanks for watching tonight. I hope you learned a little something. We like bringing the show to you. It's a little different than just posting something.
Yeah.
And if we're goofy, well, so be it.
Yeah.
See you on Saturday, either in person or on the Teams call.
Yeah.
Peace and Chicken Grease, Idle Zone Syndicate, live at 7 this Thursday.
Peace and happiness.
Until next time.
People.
Wow.
I told